Create a 2D project. Make sure the main camera projection is in orthographic mode. Create a new 2D sprite or drag one. Reset the transform of the object. Set the object Y position to 3. Attach a 2D box collider to the object. Add a tag name, card, to the object. Rename the game object to card. Create another new 2D sprite or drag one. This game object will be the snap target to the dragged card object. Reset the transform of the object. Create a new empty object. Rename it to Drag and Snap class. Reset the transform of the object. Add a new C# script to the Drag and Snap class object. Name the script Drag and Snap class. Double-click to edit the script. Declare a new private game object variable and name it dragged card. To be able to see the private variable in the inspector, add a serialized field. Declare a new private game object variable and name it target object. Add a serialized field. Declare another private raycast 2D variable and name it hit2D. In the update function, we will create the 3 states needed to drag and snap. The states are mouse down, mouse drag, and mouse up. Create an if statement. If open parentheses input, get mouse button down open parentheses 0 close parentheses. Close parentheses. The 0 means the left button of the mouse. This statement also works for finger touch. Open curly brackets. We will first debug the states. Debug.log, mouse down. Close curly brackets. Create another if statement. If open parentheses input, get mouse button open parentheses 0 close parentheses. Close parentheses. Open curly brackets. Debug.log, mouse drag. Close curly brackets. Create another if statement. If open parentheses input, get mouse button up open parentheses 0 close parentheses. Close parentheses. Open curly brackets. Debug.log, mouse up. Close curly brackets. Go back to the Unity editor. Click on the Drag and Snap class game object. In the inspector, we can now see the 2 fields showing the private game object variable. Click on the play to test the project. In the console, we should see mouse down when we click, mouse drag when we move, and mouse up when releasing the mouse button. Go back to the script. In each of the if statements, we will call a function. Create 3 new empty functions. Void clicked object. Open parentheses, close parentheses. Open curly brackets. Close curly brackets. Void drag object. Open parentheses, close parentheses. Open curly brackets. close curly brackets. Void drop object. Open parentheses, close parentheses. Open curly brackets. Close curly brackets. In the clicked object function, first we define the raycast 2D object to get the raycast position. Hit 2D equals physics 2D.getRayIntersection. Open parentheses. Camera.main.screenPointArray. Open parentheses. Input.mousePosition. Close parentheses. Close parentheses. Semicolon. Now we will check if we hit an object and if the object's tag is the tag that we are looking for. If open parentheses hit 2D.collider not equals null. And hit 2D.collider.compare tag. Open parentheses. Quotation mark, card, quotation mark. Close parentheses. Close parentheses. Open curly brackets. Dragged card equals hit 2D.collider.gameObject. Dragged card variable equal the object we collide with. Close curly brackets. In the drag object function, first we check if the raycast collides with an object. If open parentheses hit 2D.collider not equals null. Close parentheses. Open curly brackets. Dragged card transform.position equals camera.main.screenToWorldPoint. Open parentheses. New vector 3. Open parentheses. Input.mousePosition.x. Input.mousePosition.y. Plus 2.0. Close parentheses. Close parentheses. Semicolon. We give the dragged card the mouse X and Y position to follow. For the Z or Z position, we just give plus 2. Close curly brackets. In the drop object function, first we check the distance of the card object to the target object. If open parentheses vector 3.distance, open parentheses, new vector 2, open parentheses, dragged card, transform.position.x, comma, dragged card, transform.position.y, close parentheses, comma, new vector 2, open parentheses, target object, transform.position.x, comma, target object, transform.position.y, close parentheses, close parentheses, smaller than 2, close parentheses. We are checking the distance between the target object and the card object. If the distance is smaller than 2, the card will snap to place. Open curly brackets. Dragged card, transform.position equals target object, transform.position. Semicolon. Dragged card equals null. Semicolon. I like to assign null when the object is dropped. That way, when we have more than one object to drag, the variable is clean and ready for the next one. Close curly brackets. Else. Open curly brackets. Dragged card, transform.position equals dragged card, transform.position. Semicolon. Dragged card equals null. Semicolon. Close curly brackets. If the distance is greater than 2, we set the position to be the current position of dragged card when dropped. Call the clicked object function from the if statement for get mouse button down. Call the drag object function from the if statement for get mouse button. Call the drop object function from the if statement for get mouse button up. Go back to the Unity editor. Click on the card game object. Make sure that you add the tag card to the sprite game object. Click on the drag and snap class game object. In the inspector in the target object field, add the target object game object. Play and test the project. In the dropObject function, you can control the distance that the object will snap to target. Go back to the editor and change the value to 3. Play and test the project.